All right, half a day, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Nick Delgado here, coming to you from the Guam Daily Post newsroom. We're joined by Landon Aydlett. Landon, good to see you again. He's with the meteorologist with the National Weather Service here in Guam. Last time we spoke with him, we saw a lot of heavy downpour and wet weather around the island and flooding as well. More of the same in the past couple of days with some crazy lightning photos and videos that many of you have been sending to us as well. Landon, what's happening?
Well, there's a lot of activity out there, but the good news is it's not a lot of organized activity, not in the form of tropical depressions, tropical storms, and typhoons. We are coming up on peak typhoon season right now, and it's actually been pretty slow out there. So that is the good news. However, as is the case, we are in the wet season. So other than the lacking of tropical weather, I'm going to flip my camera and show you what we're looking at right now. It's been pretty slow out there. So we're looking at the Doppler radar. If you're on my camera, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there's nothing much over the island right now. There we go, I'm waving. It's pretty quiet out there, but we are looking at some showers to our east. It's kind of a repeat of what we had yesterday. We have some spotty showers coming in from the east, and this is associated with like a weak surface trough, kind of a gust front of the trade winds. And that's all pushing in from the east, and it'll be coming over into our area this afternoon. So we're going to see some showers and possibly some isolated thunderstorms this afternoon. And that's all what we're looking at right now. So the next few hours will be mostly dry, some spotty showers starting to trickle in over the island in the coming hours. And then we'll see more showers and patchy rainfall across the island into the evening. I'm going to flip over to the visible satellite picture. This is showing us a wider view from space, what we're looking at. And this thing comes all the way down across Saipan, Tinian, and now it's approaching Rota, and eventually it's going to be moving over Guam. So when these showers come over, we're going to see some gusty winds upwards of about 30 miles per hour, 35 miles per hour. Not that bad, but it's going to catch your attention if you're outside. When those showers come in, it'll be gusty, but not that bad. And then they're going to come and pass. So the big question is, are we going to have any flooding problems? We did see a little bit of a flooding problem yesterday. We issued out a brief short-term statement followed up with an urban and small stream flood advisory. That's more or less for a lot of heavy rain that piles up on the road surfaces that can't drain fast enough. We might see some of that this evening with some of the heavier showers. But the good news is this is all moving quickly over the island. So it's not going to be sitting in place like we had on August 27th, where we saw the widespread flooding down south. That is not what we'll be dealing with tonight. So again, just periods of heavy showers moving through, gusty winds, and some isolated thunderstorms. I'm going to flip to our water vapor imagery. This shows us the moisture content in the atmosphere. And so what we're looking at here, this shows us where the moist areas. We have a lot of moisture here just east of us. That's what's approaching in our area. These brighter colors, those are the drier areas across Micronesia. So it's very dry down there, especially at Kapinga, Maringi, where they're having severe drought conditions right now. For us, a lot of moisture. Now, what we want to look at for that lightning potential is this upper level circulation. So this is a broad upper level circulation. See that counterclockwise rotation. When you have one of those sitting north of Guam and the CNMI, you're in a favorable position for showers and thunderstorms to be deeply developed. So that's where you have your deep convection. And that's where we've been sitting the last couple of days. So that's where we've had the thunderstorms and the lightning. So remember, we have a saying in the weather service, when thunder roars, get indoors. So we have an upper level low here, another one north of us, and that's going to keep us in this little pocket of dynamic weather, the showers and thunderstorms. Will everybody see it? Probably not everybody. It's going to be more spotty, but most of the island will see some showers and possibly the thunderstorms tonight. And we're going to see that again into Wednesday as another little surface trough passes through. Then it's going to quiet down, but we still have isolated thunderstorms for much of the week into the weekend. So that's a big concern. So it's kind of a mixed forecast. We're going to have the showers and thunderstorms. It's typical of this time of year with the wet season, but the overarching good news is that we are currently tropical cyclone free. We're not going to be seeing those tropical storms. And looking long range into the models, at least 5 or 10 days out, there's no suspect areas for development at this time. but keep in mind, we are in the wet season and things can change on the order of 3 to 5 days. So even though we're not looking at any suspect areas at the moment, disturbances could develop and we could see little stuff spin off here and there. The favorite area for development is with a disturbance near the Philippines, and that of course is no threat for us.
Yeah, and so while the next couple of days and days leading into the weekend will still be a bit wet, what are some of the advice that you can give to boaters out there and even people that are out exercising and then walking along the beach?
Yeah, definitely check with our forecasts. We keep our social media fairly up to date on Facebook, but our webpage is going to be your best source for the most up-to-date weather information, and that's www.weather.gov/GUM, GUM. But keep a look to the sky too. If you're going to be out there walking, I like to go walking, but a lot of times, depending on where you're walking, you don't have a place to duck and cover if the showers come up, and they are coming up fast. They come in about 25, 30 miles per hour, moving in from the east. So if you're in a place that you can't take cover quickly, they'll consume you. So watch out for that. But again, thunder and lightning, that's the big risk right now. So again, when thunder warriors get indoors, because you're at risk of being struck by lightning if you are within ear distance of that lightning strike.
Okay, so more wet weather late this evening into tomorrow, and you said at the end of the week as well, and hopefully mid-weekend, Sunday, much clearer.
We could see a little bit of drying patch around Saturday. So it's really not that bad. And with these trade winds, we're kind of in a broader trade wind pattern with weak impulses in the trade wind flow. That's what's helping generate these showers. They're going to be passing in the coming days. So really not that bad. Just these passing showers and thunderstorms. Typical this time of year, we have the lighter trade winds and you have that island convection. The showers and thunderstorms develop over the island. They stay in place and they can cause minor flash flooding in those local areas. That's not the pattern we're in right now. So as long as we have those trade winds in place, everything's going to be coming and going pretty quickly.
And hopefully in the next 3 to 5 days, we don't see anything developing or any disturbance forming. Just like you said, things could change in that amount of time very quickly.
Yeah, and that's one of the things we keep in mind is like what condition of readiness is Guam right now? Well, we're actually in Core 4, and that's our setting for the year for normal time weather. And that basically means by definition that tropical storm force conditions are possible within 72 hours. And that's condition normal for us. Yeah. So things can spin up fast, and that's why we are here at the Weather Service 24/7 monitoring the weather, because we want to make sure that everybody is prepared for whatever happens. And of course, you know, some of those natural disasters, they can take place without any warning, like an earthquake. So we always have to be ready. And of course, September is National Preparedness Month. So Guam Homeland Security, Civil Defense, they're putting a lot of information out on their social media pages. Check it out. A lot of preparedness information there.
Right. It's always good to prepare. And while Guam, like you said, is in Core 4, not to be mixed up or confused with P Core 1, which the island remains in with during this pandemic and during the stay-at-home order. So Landon, thank you so much for what you and your team continue to do and continue to keep us updated with the crazy weather patterns that we're seeing across the Marianas.
Well, it's always our pleasure to be here. And if you have pictures and videos, send them our way, because we like to know what's going on out there outside of these four walls in our building. So it's people out there on the streets, out there at home. If you see something, say something, let us know. Let us know what things are in your area.
That's right. Thanks, Landon. Yeah, you can send it to them at NWS Guam, National Weather Service Guam here, or you can also send it over to the Guam Daily Post social media platforms and check out all the latest on news and weather on postguam.com. Be safe, Landon. Thank you everyone so much for watching. Be safe.